Hello everyone and welcome back to another video of Social Science Mantra. And today we are going to start chapter number 3 of book 1, Already Centers of Power. In this book we have already discussed about Cold War and end of bipolarity, that how did this unipolar world came into existence where the US start dominating all the nations of the world. Okay, so in this world politics, what will happen to the West European countries who had recently disintegrated after the collapse of Soviet bloc? Okay, so what will be their future and where they will go, what type of union they will make, and along with the European countries, various other nations of the world, how they will challenge US dominance. So these alternative centers of power, they emerge just to challenge US dominance in the world politics. Okay, so there were so many groups, so many organizations, including EU, European Union, Asian Association of Southeast Asian Nations, SAARC, South Asian Association of Regional and Corporation, BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Okay, so all these groups, all the associations were made just to challenge US dominance in world politics at the world platform. So here we are starting with the EU and European Union. Along with these groups, in our chapter, in this chapter, rise of China as a greater economy, Russia, Israel and India, they have also been given. So we will discuss about them also. So let's start with the European Union, that how this European Union came into being. What were the steps that were taken by the European country just to form a large group and large organization like European Union? Okay. So after 1945, we all are aware about this. In 1945, World War II ended, and after this, the Britain, France, Russia, okay, all these countries, those who took part into the Allies power and they become victorious. But France and Britain, they become financially crippled, or we can say their economy got failure. And because of their economic failure in Europe, especially in the European countries, they were no more powerful nation. USA and USSR, they emerged as a powerful group. And that is why the bipolar world gets started in the Cold War period starts. That we have already discussed. So, just to provide the financial help, just to provide some kind of help, America initiated and US initiated, and he came up with the Marshall Plan, very important for the board exam. Marshall Plan for 2 marks. Then what do we mean by the Marshall Plan? Marshall Plan, it was a plan which was introduced by USA to provide financial help for the revival of European economy. So how can European economy be revived? Whatever the type of financial assistance and the financial aid will be given by the American nations. So America decided that now the time that they should support the nations, those who are financially crippled. Okay, so they just come up with the Marshall Plan, and under this Marshall Plan, collective security was also provided. Collective security means that whoever will be the member nation of NATO, they will be given some kind of military help. Okay, collective security will also be provided along with the economic support. Okay, that is why this OEEC was formed. OEEC was formed, or we can say Organization for European Economic Cooperation. Organization for European Economic Cooperation, that established in 1948. As I said, 1945, World War II. Then after, the Marshall Plan was introduced in 1948, and under this Marshall Plan, OEEC was formed, was established, Organization for European Economic Cooperation. Okay, and this was a forum, an organization set up where the West European states began to cooperate on trade and economic issues. It means this OEC, Organization for European Economic Cooperation, all the Western European countries, they will discuss on trade and economic issues, and how they will resolve them, it will be decided under this Marshall Plan. So this was the aid and support was given by the America, initiated by America. Again I am telling you, this is very important question for 2 marks, so please note it down. Council of Europe was also established in 1949. It was a political change. Okay, political support, just to make a Council of Europe, just to make a political provision, just to make a political strengthening, they just form a Council of Europe along with the European Economic Community in 1957. I am telling you the step-by-step proceedings of formation of European Union. Then 1947, 1945 World War II, then the 1948 Maastricht came, then the this one OEC was formed, 1949 Council of Europe was formed, European Economic Community came into being 1957, and finally in 1992 with the integration of European economic countries, all the economic countries or European countries, they got economically integrated and they formed European Union. Economically integrated means for the economic issues, for the revival of economy, all the European countries decided to become together and they just to form an organization which will mutually help each other and all the member nations of this European Union, which was established in 1992. Okay. So now next topic is, what were the influences in the field of military, in the field of economy, in the field of society and the culture, how European Union affect this? Let's discuss now. So European Union thus laid a foundation for common foreign and security policy. It means all the member nations will have a common foreign policy, okay, and security policy, so that in times of danger they will support each other. Secondly, cooperation on justice and home affairs. Whatever the countries and internal policy will be a reason for the economic development, they will suggest each other, they will help each other, okay. And creation of single currency, that among all these European nations who are the part of this European Union, they will share a common currency and single currency, so that for the trade purpose they do not get any difficulty, okay. So thus we can say the European Union came into existence in 1992, and this was the union which create a dominance and we challenge the dominance of USA, okay. Let's move on to the next, that how the European Union affect militarily, politically and culturally. This is very important question, students, for 6 marks for board exam. So European Union have three major influence: economic influence, political and diplomatic influence and military influence, okay. So listen carefully, it will be of 6 marks. So economic influence, when we look at the economic influence and how it have the economic influence in world politics and how it is capable to challenge US dominance. So European Union is world's biggest economy. How it is biggest economy? If we look at the data of 2016, $17 trillion its GDP. European Union GDP is $17 trillion. Which is slightly larger than US. So you can see that USA is a dominant nation in the world, but still the European Union can have a larger GDP than USA. So economically it is better country. Euro, which is European Union currency. As I already discussed, they agree for common currency. So Euro, which is a European Union currency, it can pose a threat to US dollar. US dollar have been remained a dominant currency in the world. Now there is a currency which can be a challenge for US dominance, that is Euro. So economically it is again a second point that support the economic influence that European Union has on world politics. In share of world trade, if we compare to the other countries, in world trade share also it is 3 times larger than the US. Whatever the trade exported by the USA, European Union share 3 times larger than that. Okay, that is why we can say it is helpful in trade disputes also. Whatever the trade dispute arises between China and USA, if a country, if the European Union or organization is having the trade larger than USA, so the countries, those who will have dispute with USA, they will go with that organization. Okay, so economically this makes European Union, although we can say European Union slightly lesser than the USA, but still some years and few years statistics shows that the European Union has the capability to challenge the US dominance. can see here, 2 members of European Union hold permanent seats in United Nations Security Council. UNSC, it means United Nations Security Council. 2 members, France and Britain of European Union, who are the member nation of the European Union, they hold the permanent seat of United Nations Security Council, which again shows the political dominance. I hope you are aware the UNSC, United Nations Security Council, is one of the principal organ of United Nations, and if the countries are having permanent seats there, it means how strong politically they are. So, permanent seats, and EU includes several non-permanent members of UNSC, United Nations Security Council. Now there will be a question in your mind that what are permanent seats, what is non-permanent seat? Permanent, total number of member countries of United Nations Security Council, it is 15. Out of that, 5 are permanent members. Permanent members including the China, including the Russia, including the United States of America, including the United Kingdom, Great Britain, as well as we can say France. It is, there are 5 permanent members. United Kingdom, just I said, France and Britain, 2 are permanent members. Except them, Russia, China and USA. Okay, so these are 5 permanent members. These permanent members having a long tenure, while the non-permanent, after every 2 years they get changed. Okay, they are 10 members. So after every 2 years they get changes. So students, that is the permanent member and non-permanent. As I said, total 15 member countries are there, are associated with the United Nations Security Council. So this shows the non-permanent member also. Some maximum countries are from Europe, and as well as the 2 out of 5, 2 are the from European Union. That shows the political dominance of the European Union. Then we can see it led EU to influence US policies, such as US current position on Iran's nuclear program. That US tried to threaten the Iran for the nuclear program. Here, European Union can mediate. European Union can interfere. That shows the political dominance. Even you can look at the India. India is also developing, and also its political status getting increased every year. Okay, you can see the Trump and Modi relation, and by looking at this, we can understand that how India can be a permanent member in United Nations Security Council. One day it will happen. Yes. So, looking at this, use of diplomacy, economic investment and negotiations rather than coerce and force. Okay, understand this? It means European Union member, they never use military force for any trade relation, for any diplomatic policy or any strategy, trade practices and all with other nations. Rather than that, they use negotiations. And negotiations means they have patience, they have humbleness, and this, because of this humbleness, they are more connected. That you can see, dialogue with China on human rights and environmental degradations. Whenever the dispute arises, they negotiate it, and because of this, their political diplomacy, that you can call their political diplomacy, that they make friends, not enemies in world politics. Okay, so because of this, they are holding a greater place in world politics by having the political and diplomatic influence. The last one is military influence. EU's combined armed forces. If we compare the combined armed forces of European Union with other nations, European Union is the second largest organization who is having the armed force in the world. Second largest armed force in the world. As well, you can say European Union is the second organization which spend lot of money on defense, on its armies, its expenditure. First is USA. European Union members, France and Britain, also have approx 550 nuclear arsenals. Arsenal means warheads. So if they are having the nuclear weapons, again it shows their military power. For example, if I say that India is having only 90 to 110 nuclear weapons, so politically or militarily they are better than India. Okay, and USA and Russia, they are the best, because they are having the nuclear weapons just around 8,000, 7,000. Okay. World's second most important source of space and communication technology. You can see The USA have a keen eye on every nation's activities through satellites. Okay, that shows the space power, that how USA is a dominant. Not only the naval bases, not only the military bases are created by that country, but in space also US has dominance. Just to challenge that, European Union is also the second most important source of space and communication technology. That shows its power. Okay, so militarily, economically, politically, diplomatically, European Union is a reliable, or we can say capable country who can challenge the US dominance. Okay student, that's all for today. In next class we will continue this chapter. Thank you.